Hello, Akku here again. Welcome to episode 16 of my Feed the Beast Ultimate Beginner's Guide. Forgot the name of the bloody series. Look at this. Oh no, where's all my stuff gone? Well, I've given up living in a cave. It's not something I'm very good at. Oh, we should update this. I've got basic EU larvae. We've got a little bit of energy storage for both MJ and for EU. So we can get rid of that just for now. Get rubber, still need rubber. Farms, we still need to get some farms set up here. Bees, random ages, blah blah blah. Okay, everything else is still wants to be up there. Just need to get that power thing down. Right, I made a new house. That was no good. I can get to it through the portal there, but I'm going to go overground this time to show you where it is. It's just a basement at the minute, and I've set my boiler up in there. And we're about ready to turn the boiler on. See what our production's like on. So this is it here. Sorry, a bit too quick. This power suit really is nice and fast. I like it a lot. So there's the basement of my new place. It's a 15 by 15 on the inside. So it's 17 by 17 outside. Is that right? Yeah. And like I say, this is going to be the basement of my building. I want to build a building up on here. And if I need to build some farms out on the flat, I'm going to flatten a bit of area over there, which we'll use a thing called a fillet for, which I'll be showing you within the next couple of episodes. I'll be making a fillet. We'll probably, if we flatten over there though, we're going to probably need a separate chunk loader, one for here, one for over there. So it can get a little bit expensive doing that, but this is one chunk. One chunk 16 by 16, and I wanted 15 by 15. So if I put on the chunk size, you can see there two of the walls right along the chunk, and I've not made it really easy to get in and out just yet. And my space bar and my keyboard's going, so I need a new keyboard, I think. I use one of them £6 Microsoft special keyboards. I don't use a special keyboard. I use a really cheap thing. Let me up, you fool. Well, I'm making a cock of this on TV, aren't I? On camera. Get up. I got up every time before I was filming and then got stuck. So this is just bigger than a chunk. The walls are actually outside the chunk there, but it gives me a 15 by 15. I like to have the number odd. So I've got the boiler in the middle of that wall. I'll be having a liquid boiler for this side at some point. And I've set up a little thing over here. So this is the same as what you saw yesterday. The saplings are coming in to there, the apples into there, and the wood into there. Wood gets pumped into the sawmill. Sawmill will be processing wood, putting it into a chest that'll be here. I've not put it there yet because I don't want it to start pulling wood, but our wood chest is full on there. Very nice. I'm going to need some of them and that. I've been looking for that. It's got charcoal in it, hasn't it? Right. I'm going to burn this charcoal first, I think. Just let it use this up. And then start burning through that, and then if that gets low, I'm going to put the deep storage unit here, this charcoal one. But we can use charcoal. Use this charcoal first. So I might as well start, and so there we go. That's going to start pulling charcoal out of there, and this will start warming up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that fill up, like so. And now it's getting dark. I've got no roof, so that's going to be a bit dangerous. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my portal gun. That really does make things a little bit easier. So I apologise if you've not been able to find one. I keep cheating by using a portal gun. So put that there. Now it's going to keep pulling the charcoal till it runs out of charcoal, and then it's going to start pulling wood. What I want now is that to output into there, and now I need power. So to power, that's what I forgot, damn it. I changed this around a little bit because I'm not going to be able to power that, am I? No, not easily anyway. Yeah, I am having to go there. That wants to be input on the top, output to the side, and this isn't ideal. That's going to power that machine. I need to run back and get one more conduit. So I'll sleep while I'm here, while it's dark, and I'll turn them off. We've got conduit should be in. I was turning bloody chest round. Conduit should be in here. There it is. So let's go back through there. So once this is heated up, we still aren't getting any power out of it. We need engines on here, which we ain't got yet. You see that's going down. That should be going down pretty rapidly. It's going down pretty quick, but we're just using this up, so we've got a bit of a head start. So that's power in there, and then once we've got power creation, better power creation. This has got quite a lot of power in it because our saplings that we burned in the generator really help that. If that automatically puts into there, that would be nice. I don't think it will do though. Just no, it doesn't, does it? So I need to pump them. Oops. I need to pump them. I'll leave that there for now. So hopefully, what we're going to get here is power. Now, what I want to do is, I'm a little bit nervous that we might run out. Oh, I don't mind telling you. Okay, that's as full as that can go for now. So what I need to do is make some engines. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go right for the best engines, which are industrial steam engines. You've got hobbyist, commercial, industrial. Industrial will use steel, which we haven't got any of yet. So I'm going to have to work out how much steel we need. Now, the capacity of this can have is 18. There's 36. It's low pressure in it. So there's 9. Sorry, 9. I can't remember. I made a low pressure boiler, didn't I? Pretty sure. Yeah, I did. Confusing myself now. This is a low pressure boiler, so each one of these blocks produces 10 steam, which means that we can have 9 engines on here. 9 of these industrial steam engines. They'll put out 80 EU, 8 MJ each. EU. They'll put 8 MJ each out, so we'll get a total of 72 MJ tick, which should be able to feed into the energy cell. That by the time we get it sorted, I'll probably have the energy cell up here somewhere. So 9 of these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have 3. No, I'm not. I'm not sure yet. Let's work out though. Let's work out how much steel we need. So each one of these steel plates, we're going to need a machine for that called a plate bending machine. That runs off EU, so we'll be able to put that near our MFE across into the place and start bending some steel plates. So 9 of them, so 9, 18, 27, and then we need 2 steel gears for each, so that's 18 steel gears. Steel gear needs 4 steel, so it's like 10, 20, 30, 40, 72, 82, 92, 90, 99, is it? I think I made that 99. Look at that. You can use an assembling machine. I don't want to use an assembling machine though. I'm hoping I don't have to use an assembling machine, do I? No, just use shape crafting. Excellent. So, next thing we need to do then is we need to get on with this, otherwise we are going to run out of power and not be able to keep sending wood in. So it's quite dangerous. That's up to 54. This will start producing steam at 100 degrees there. So it could start powering once it's at 100, but it's not going to because we've got no engines. So let's get on with stuff. What we need, plate bending machine. And there it is. Plate bending machine, 4 pistons, 2 electronic circuits, 2 compressors, conveyor module, this is quite expensive actually, and refined iron or aluminium. Okay, so I want two circuits for that. We need a circuit for each of these, so there's 4 circuits. We need 6 circuits in total, so we need quite a bit of rubber. Right, I'm going to get on with this. I'm going to mix some little bits and I'll be back in a little while. And I'm back, and first of all, apologies, I forgot to resize my screen, so the video up to now has had black lines down either side. It's twice I've done that in the last couple of days. Losing my way. So what I've done is I've got some rubber I chopped a few more rubber trees down, got some iron. So the first thing we need to make is 5 sets of these copper cables, and then we'll spread them out. We're going to want 5 of them, 5 each of them. Let's even that out. That gets us 5 circuits. And if you remember, I made 1 circuit extra by mistake the other day, so I had an extra one there. So there's our circuit. Now the next thing we need is we need a couple of machine blocks. It's going to be 16 of them. Oh, and let's pull everything from there. So I had some stone in there. Electronic circuits, it's pulled from there. Fabricators pulled things from everywhere. I should be aware of that. So we've got our machine blocks. So that's pretty straightforward. Electronic circuit, machine block and stone. Gets our 2 compressors. Oh, someone's at the door. Back in a sec. And I'm back. Sorry about that. Unforeseen interruption there. I could have edited it out, but then I'd have to explain how I'd made these. So I've just left it in. So what we've got our 4 pistons. We've got everything now apart from our conveyor belt. So that's what the 3 iron's for. We need 3 glass and an RE battery. Okay, easy enough. 3 glass and an RE battery is 1 copper cable. I think I've shown you this before. 2 redstone set, put it like that, and some tin. Oh, more iron there. Nice one. 1, 2, 3, 4 tin. There we go. RE battery, and now that will go into there. That'll get sucked across into there, and we've got 1 plate bending machine. Now the first important thing we need to look at here before we fasten it up to anywhere is look at that. It's got max EU per packet in 32, and if you look at our MFE over here, max out is 128. So this is medium voltage. This machine takes low voltage. So the next thing we need to do is we need to make what's called a LV transformer, low voltage transformer. This is really straightforward. I actually know the recipe for this one. It's just 3 copper cable either side of that and some wood. Get you an LV transformer. And these kind of do the opposite of those guys. So these storage units, they have 1 dot which faces where the power's going to. These guys have 1 dot where the power's coming out of, and 3 dot where the power's going in. So you need to be aware of that. So what we're going to do is, for now, I'm going to get a little tap, so that's facing that way. Now I'm going to place this down there. So that's facing the wrong way, so I'm going to give that a shift tap. So I'm holding shift down, tap the right button. That's faced out the opposite direction now, so that's getting power. That's getting MV power in, and it's feeding out LV power. So now we can attach that to there, and nothing will blow up. Excellent. And once that's set itself, we can look in there, and plate bending machine. Wonderful. So I should have done the maths off camera again to make sure I was right. We need to bend a lot of steel now. It was right, let's look at our steam engines. Now we don't have to have them all to start with, so we'll see how many we can afford. So industrial steam engine, pistons, glass, we can do that bit easy, and steel. So let's make the pistons first. Let's get 9 pistons at mid, that's easy enough. Take some of that, and 9 of them, and 9 of them. Easy does it. I've got too much cobblestone. 9 of them. They can go back. We're going to need 18 wooden gears. So let's do that next. A bit, of course we do. Some more wood. Okay, all my wood's at the other place. Let's go grab some wood. Oh no, I saw some there. There we go. Do that now, a little crafting thing there. 18 wooden gears. Now they want it to be turned into cobble gears, like so. And now we can surround them with steel when we get some steel. And we need 9 glass. Nice one. So now we just need the steel. So the main way you normally make steel is to use a thing called a blast furnace. But in this version, currently, if you look for steel, there's two types of steel. There's this type here that you make from a thing called basic plating. And if you look at basic plating, some carefully arranged metal armor plate. So that's the same plating that I've got on here then. Is that right? No, iron plating. Okay, let's look at my tinker table. Iron plating, basic plating is heavy but protective. Okay. So the basic plating I've got in here can be turned into steel ingots, which is very nice. So it uses, if you look at that, it uses iron ingots to make, and some of our wiring. So the cost is a bit of wiring, but we get basic plating, and that gets us our steel. So that's the way we're going to do this, because it's there. The way you'd normally do it is make a blast furnace, and which I'm going to make, but I'm going to make that to show you. I'm going to do that once we've got the boiler safely running. So for now, I'm going to use this method, and we needed quite a lot of this, didn't we? But so I don't think I'm going to have enough. Nowhere near enough, anyway. So we need to get some more iron before this is fully done. So we'll see how many we can make. I've got loads of that stuff. So let's try one of these first, just make sure it works okay. Iron ingot. Okay, I've made a liar of myself. So let's have a look at that again. Shaped crafting, basic plating. I think I don't need a blast furnace, so I think that's maybe just a mistake on there. Basic plating, yeah. But if you use a crafting table, let's clear that out. Iron ingot, that makes more sense. I wonder why it was steel. Okay, so scrap that idea. I thought I found a little cheaty way of getting some cheap steel, but that's not the case at all. That's just an NEI issue, I believe. Blast furnace is the thing we really want, and this is going to take quite a while because blast furnace is pretty slow. So there's that type of steel and there's that type of steel, which you can melt steel weapons and stuff using industrial blast furnace, alloy smelter, blast furnace, steel dust. Okay, yep. So this will be the type we're making, and we'll be making it by putting iron ingots with coal coke into a blast furnace. So we need to make a blast furnace. That's all good. That's all good. To make a blast furnace, we need some blaze rods, which I seem to be. No, we're good with blaze rods. Okay. We need a couple more blaze powder. Now, blaze powder you want to be getting from your pulverizer, which reminds me something that one of my viewers mentioned. I think it was Connie. Using aluminium stone, as we've seen before, we can make. That's not working for me either. Nothing's working. Everything's going wrong. My aluminium stone hasn't really worked properly for a couple of days, has it, since I updated the pack? Okay, so if you're on the earlier version, or if it's this is just me who's got an issue, you can make 2 blaze powder into a blaze rod, and then you can put the blaze rod into your pulverizer, and it'll pulverize it into 5 blaze powder. So you can gain blaze powder. I think 7, 8, 9. I think it's actually giving me. I think that gave me 4, not 5. So you can gain blaze powder doing that. It's a little bit cheaty though, so I don't bother doing it. Right. The next thing we need is some slimes. So I've killed a few slimes. I've got 10 slime balls there. You can make slime balls. We'll have a quick look at a recipe for making them. There's oops, press the wrong button. Should have pressed R. There we go. You can make it using B products that we ain't got yet, but we will have at some point. You can make it using a thing called a crystallizer. That's quite cheap to make, and you can get it from Scrapbox, Northern Centrifuge. You can get them from certain bees that drop mucus combs. But the crystallizer This needs power, so it's a little bit of a trek into a thing called factorisation. You'd need some solar power, but crystallizer don't need much at all. I may do that pretty soon just to show you how to do that as well. I'll put that onto the list. A little factorisation setup. That's pretty useful for making slime balls. At the minute though, all we need is 9 of these things called magma creams. This powder can go in there. And we're going to want some nether brick and some obsidian. We ain't got enough of either. So what we're making here is stuff called blast furnace bricks. You see there's multi-block 3 by 4 by 3 hollow. Each one of these gets us 4. And it's soul sand and nether brick, or infernal bricks. So what we need to do is go get some soul sand, go get some nether brick, until we've got enough to make 9 of these. We need 9 in total. So let's see what we've got in here. We need to get quite a bit of nether brick, and we need to get quite a bit of soul sand as well. Let's even that out. Yeah, we only need a bit of soul sand. So let's jump into the nether, to our fortress. There's some soul sand right next to us, down here. Unless I took it all. No, there's some left still. Good, good. So let's start with getting that. All the while, our boiler should be heating up and hopefully not running out. Otherwise, this is going to be pretty bad considering it's meant to be me teaching you something, and if I cock it all up, then it's a bit stupid, isn't it? Now, I've been reading forums lately. There's quite a lot. There's a lot of useful information on the Feed the Beast forums. The new version of Feed the Beast is coming pretty quick. There's going to be a 1.5 Minecraft version of Feed the Beast. That's going to be a beta version of Feed the Beast for now. And there's quite a lot of changes in there. There's it may be that steam boilers are not going to be the best way to go as well, so be aware of that. We may have to find a different source of power, something like maybe using combustion engines or something. We shall see. What I should have also done is I should have got some coal cooking. I should have actually done all this before I powered the boiler up. I've cocked up quite a bit really. So if you don't do this before, if you're doing this along with the video, you've probably cocked up as well. But don't start your boiler up until you've got some steel for some engines. It's probably a good idea. Probably a good idea. I saw that recipe and I thought I'd be able to cheat a little bit by doing that. Oops. Let's even that out. We've got enough there. Excellent. So 36 blast furnace bricks. Let's get back to our house. So that's pretty straightforward. All you need to do is find a source of them. So you're going to want to find a fortress anyway at some point. So if you haven't found one by now, you're probably going to... It's a good time to go find one. So 36 bricks. What we can do is we can put this right next to our coke oven here. And speaking of that, let's get some coal in there. Coal into the coke oven. Start producing some coal coke. Because we're going to want some coal coke. Digging right into here, and then it's similar to the coke oven, but it's 1 block taller. So we need 36 bricks instead of 27. Well, we need 26 for the coke oven. We actually need 34 for this, but it makes it 4 at a time, so you have to make 36. So we end up with a couple of spare. That's alright. So you're making this structure like so, with a hollow middle, and that'll turn into a blast furnace. What we need to do is 64 iron in there. Need to put some coal coke in that side. Now you can do this with coal, but 1 bit of coal will only get you. You'd need 4 bits of coal to get one steel ingot from iron. Whereas coal coke, it's 4 times as powerful, so you get 1 to 1. That's why it's best using a coke oven first. And I've got some more coal coke there. Excellent. So this is starting to make us steel. It's a bit slow, unfortunately, so I'm going to cut the camera for a bit, and I'll be back with a tidier inventory once we've got a bit of steel to make our first engines. Back in a bit. And I'm back again, and I'm at the boiler. If we have a look in the boiler, you can see it's up to 240 degrees. It's going up. It's still using wood pretty quick, but we're keeping up fine. The issue, I've got a little issue here, the way this is had to be set. It's space and inventory turns the sensor on, so it'll actually only turn the sensor on when this gets empty. So you see there, it'll get a bit in there each time, but it's kind of pulsing quite slow. There's better ways of doing this, which we'll look at later, but that's getting things in there. It's just a bit slow. So if you start getting low on your wood, I don't think it's going to. It looks like it's keeping up fine, to be honest. It's a quarter of the way there already, and we're not even off the top row, so that's fine. I think we've got no worries at all with this. I'll just put an extra bit of conduit there. What I'm going to do, the first steam engine is going to go there, second and third, so I'm going to have our first three engines are going to go up here, and everything I think will be fine. This looks like it's not going to get to 1,000. I'm not sure what a low pressure boiler goes up to be honest. High pressure goes up to 1,000. This looks like it's halfway to me, so it might only go up to 500. Not sure. Let's see though. Pretty confident that everything's fine here though. Pretty confident we're all good. Now, something I need to make sure you know, if you didn't update to 1.0.2 like I have, and you're still using 1.0.1, then this machine doesn't exist in that, this plate bending machine. What you'd have to do instead to make your steel is use a rolling machine, and a rolling machine uses Buildcraft power, so you want to power that off your conduits, and you'd put 4 steel in a square, and you can still use it. Interesting. So I made that for no reason. Wonderful. So I can make steel plates in there, like so. God damn it, Greg. I can power that guy up. So we already had this made. So all that, I'm making a right cock of this episode, aren't I? So all that making that thing was not needed at all yet. We could have just done it with this. God damn it. I'm making a massive mess of this episode. Loads of things have gone wrong, but I've got no power here for that actually, unfortunately. I'll have to bring the power back from the other side. I'll use some charcoal. Have I got any charcoal? That's all coal. I want to save that for this thing. We've got some steel, which is good. So as soon as I've made this other thing, we'll use the other bloody thing. But okay, bear in mind you can use a rolling machine. This is because I'm playing on 2 servers. It's confusing myself. So make 3 steel plates in that. So you can make steel plates either here or here. So what does that give me? 4 gives me 4. So it's, yeah, you get the same amount. So it's a 1 for 1. One plate for 1 steel. So that's all. That's all good. At least I've not done a bad thing that way. So okay. So you didn't need this. I'm a dick. Right, I'm going to wait for 1 more of these, and then we can... no, we don't have to wait for 1 more. That's going to be an odd number anyway. Let's use 8 of them. That's going to get us a couple of steel gears. We've got our piston, got our glass, and we've got 3 steel plates. There we go, we've got our first industrial steam engine. Hooray! Let's go back to here, and now we can place that. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do this. You could run waterproof pipes off the side and then power your engines like that. You can use liquid ducts, which actually do it better. Or the way I like to do it is you can actually just connect your engine straight to your boiler, like so. It's going to need a redstone signal, so we need a lever. If you look in there now, it's not filling up yet. Why not? Fill up, goddammit. Can't change that, have they? Don't think so. There we go. Just needed the lever. So there we go. We've got power. Let's flick that so it's going the right way. Flick that so it's going the right way. So this is going to start putting power back into there, using the power that we're creating. So now we've got no fear of this guy running out. 8, 7, 8. So you see it's pulsing now and again. The kit's going back up to 8, and as this warms up, this will get up to 8 MJ a tick, which is really nice. It's a real nice amount of power. 8 MJ, it's very good. If you remember, our Sterling engine at the other place did 1 MJ. So yeah, we're now safe for power. So this cannot run out now. As long as we keep wood coming, and we'll still have a 10,000 there, that's not going down at all. As long as we keep feeding this guy wood, then it's not going to run out. And nothing's going to overflow because of the way this is set. The only thing that could overflow is if this chest gets too full of charcoal. Oh, there we go, we could have took that back to the other place. I was using that as a backup though. And we are cooking with steam. So I'm going to go off camera, get a couple more steam boilers made. We can start actually using this abundant power we're going to have to power better stuff now. Make a better ore processing thing and start looking at making what we need to make a quarry. So I shall be back in a bit. Back again for the last time this episode. This is going very well now. We're up to 310 degrees. Our wood chest has filled itself back up and we're starting to get backed up in our sawmill, so well on top. This because this is a low pressure boiler, of course. That's still over 10,000. It's gone down a little bit, but it's going to start catching up now. So that's all very good. We've got another steam engine made. I'm going to put that on there as well. Not that it really needs it at the minute, but put that on there. And we need a conduit to there. Just wrench that so it's facing the right way, and now wrench that so it's facing the right way. So we've got a second steam engine ready to go. But this is going up, so I'm just going to leave it at 1 for now. All I need to do is put either a cable. I could just do that, I suppose. I'll leave it on, screw it. There we go, we've got 2 engines, so we're producing 16 MJ a tick, which is like 16 Sterling engines, and we're well on the way, And what I'm thinking of doing is, this is, like I said, low pressure boiler. This costs us iron to make. I could, at some point, make this into a high pressure boiler by making these into, if we look, we've got LP, is it LP or is it actually low pressure? Yeah, it's low pressure. Okay, so low pressure boiler, and that we made from iron plates into that. There's also a high pressure boiler, and a high pressure can hold twice as much steam, so it can run twice as many engines. That's just 2 steel plates. So 36, we need 72 iron ingots turned into steel to make that, and that uses quite a bit more to heat up. It heats up to 1,000 degrees, but that can run 18 of these engines. So at the minute we can run 9. If we was at some point to decide that we don't mind letting this cool down and we've got enough, I'm pretty sure this can run a high pressure. Look at it, I mean, we never even got past the first row there, so I was panicking. Well, not panicking, but I was certainly being overly cautious. This is, I'm guessing, producing enough for a high pressure steam boiler, so I may change that at some point. But that now we're safe. We've got some power. We can start actually doing stuff now, which is good. We've got Buildcraft power. We've got, at the other place, we've got EU. We've got IC2 power. So I made a couple of little things. Next couple of episodes are going to include, we can start making some farms now. We've got the power to run the farms, so we're going to want animal farms and plant farms. I want a cow farm with some sewage collectors to make compost, things like that. Even maybe some spawners and stuff like that, which we can utilise the MFR farms as well. There's a thing called a grinder that kills things for you, so you don't have to use drop spawners, you can use a grinder. So we've got the power to run all that now, which is nice. We're going to need a couple of bits of Greg Tech material, machines pretty soon. Industrial electrolyzer, because that's going to produce us, if we put stuff called bauxite through there, which I don't know if I've mined any, but I have seen some. If we put bauxite through an industrial electrolyzer, that should be a Y. And if you're American, that should be a Z. But I'm English, so it's an S. That should be a Y. Let's say, can't handle that. Come on, learn how to spell, idiot. Yeah, processed bauxite. That'll get us some titanium dust, and then we need an industrial blast furnace. Then we need an industrial blast furnace to turn that into titanium ingots. Then we can make a quarry, and then we've got mass resource gathering coming in. There's other ways of doing it. You can use turtles, but that requires you but knowing how to use Pastebin, which is an external, which is a website that you get code from. I don't want to bring you all into that just yet. I think it's easy to start with a quarry, even with GregTech. That's got this bit of a step to it. Without GregTech, you can get a quarry without having to do any of this, of course. But we've got GregTech in the ultimate pack, so we'll be doing that bit first. So that's the next few episodes. That's what they're going to cover. I hope this was still fun to watch, even though I made loads of cock-ups. But yeah, we've got power. Everything's turned out alright. We haven't lost now. The extra machine I've made, that thing, is going to be useful. It's going to be useful for quite a lot of stuff. So it's not like we've wasted any materials on that. We just made it a little bit sooner than we needed to. So yeah, everything's good. And I'm cooking my steel away there. There we go. I can make another engine. 8 and yeah, 11. Each 11 of them. I can make another engine. So I can put another engine on there now if I wanted to. But at the minute, we're good. I can start moving this stuff over there. Get some automatic processing. We start gathering materials again. So, very good. Yep, I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll start that again. I hope it was enjoyable. And thank you very much for watching, as always. Thank you very much for any subs, likes, things like that. All very much appreciated. And thank you, Corey, for putting my name forward for Doc M's little thing that he does. And I'll see you all next time. Cheers. Bye.